This afternoon, Deb and I went to the Diefenbunker. So, as you may recall, Diefenbaker was in power when the Cold War started. Well, not technically started, but when it was on. And they built this bunker quite a ways from Ottawa. And this was a tour guide. We actually paid for the tour, and it was well worth it. He was so entertaining, and just I don't think you would have really understood what you were seeing if you didn't have the actual instructor or guy that worked. He didn't actually wasn't in the military and didn't work there, but he worked for the DEW line, if you know what that is. So there's a little explanation on that. Yeah, this is the hospital or healthcare center, and it's all so archaic and no, I mean it's not even open anymore. So it's just I don't know, an artifact of the past. It was high tech, pretty incredible at the time, and technically a colossal waste of money, but it was just cool to see. This is a to scale replica of the actual 4 levels. So you come in on the top and then it goes down 3 more levels below. And in the communications room, there was actually somebody in there telling us that they're starting, that's the guy there, they're teaching Morse code again to the military because the computers can get hacked, but they're finding this to be a better source. And this is the DEW line, distance early warning map. Those red dots were where all the radar stations were that they could emit all these warnings from. And he also explained that in 84 or 85, I can't remember, they redecorated and threw out most of the old office furniture and stuff and put in what was technically new. And then in 95, after it was all closed down, they lot went to the dump, and most they tried to sell some of it, but on the government surplus. But it's just a colossal waste of money. Like, it's just crazy how much money was spent. But hey, and this is the communication room, which actually no one was allowed in. And yeah, it was like the very first computers and was even functional till very recently. And this is the headquarters where the prime minister and everybody would have came to have the big meetings if there ever was a bomb. And yes, there was ashtrays back then. Ah, crazy. And nobody, it was never ever used, not even once. The high tech map showing all the potential spots that could be bombed and all of the bases that were in use at the time. They're all gone now, or most of them, anyways. And this is where the secretary to the prime minister would have been if there was ever an emergency. And that would be the prime minister's office behind it. And behind that, where he would sleep. Notice the old phone beside his bed. And, of course, that's the other angle of the room. And he had his very own toilet. Never, ever used. Oh, and he explained that all the stripes on the walls go up and down, and on the floor go side to side, so it makes it look wider and taller. Yeah, just another optical illusion, waste of money. And this is the mess, or where the cafeteria, where everybody ate. And it was always had food, like up until it closed in 95. There was like 24 hours of the best food that you could get. And this is where the National Mint would have stored the gold it goes right down. There's a tunnel to the Bank of Canada where it was 100 times bigger than it needed to be. And then, yeah, this is the morgue. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. All that was ever stored in there was food. Nobody ever died in there. But it was part of the scenery, so it was pretty cool. And then they let us take an elevator shaft or thing back up because it was clothing. It was a little creepy being in there, but we all fit. And of course, the tour guide had written a book about the place, so I had to buy it. I've spent $15 on stupider things, so it was a good cause. And yeah, that's just the grass on the outside, and actually it's owned by the local community now.